All right, welcome. This is the first ever videotaped episode of /Shout. We all like to just apologize for last week, especially Brad.
I have no apologies for last week. I told you I was ashamed. I'm not apologizing.
What am I apologizing for last week?
Dylan being a
bad it was.
fuck doll.
It wasn't
and all
bad.
Those things.
Dylan's a fuck doll. That was the best one. That was good.
That was my favorite episode.
Just fucking with everyone. Calm down.
It was good.
No, I'm offended now.
No,
I'm
done.
Dylan.
I'm done. I'm leaving.
No, you're not. Shut the hell up.
You guys want to smoke a cigarette?
Yeah.
So this is episode 7. I am Dylan.
Tommy.
I'm Brad.
So I jotted down some things in cryptic handwriting so no one else could read it but me. Or that's just how I write.
What does it just say? Strap on in big,
They'll
bold balloon letters.
It's just a
Wrong
picture
page.
of a strap
Wrong
on because
page.
you can't actually write.
Fuck.
Taught you how to write and read.
So
Oh.
Pocket lint. So, okay.
So I wrote down Trump offhandedly accuses Ted Cruz's father of helping kill JFK.
Yeah.
I don't understand how this shit is just like acceptable. Like,
Well, explain it. So they might not have known, and I don't know really what's going on, so explain
I'll
it.
let you because you know.
Donald Trump apparently is friends with the guy who runs like National Enquirer or whatever.
Oh.
And they're like, we have a picture
Because
of
National Enquirer is the most reputable.
Cruz's dad with Lee Harvey Oswald or whatever. And so Trump was like, we got a picture of him with Lee Harvey Oswald. What does that mean? I don't know. You tell me.
So yeah,
You connect the dots.
yeah. I don't.
Like that's
I
the
hate
thing,
it.
That's the thing about Trump is
I
that's not
absolutely hate it.
behavior that a president should be doing. Like, did you see the picture of him at the Trump Tower where
Taco Bowl?
he's like the best taco bowls are made at Trump Tower. I love Hispanics. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck, man?
Here's the thing, though. So when Trump said he was going to build that damn wall, the president of Mexico, there's a soundbite of him literally going, "I'm not going to pay for a fucking wall." And Trump was like, "Well, the wall's getting 5 inches taller now." And that was it until Trump won the nomination. And the president of Mexico was doing some interview, and he's like, "Hey, I'm sorry, and I might have spoke with passion, and was angry, and maybe you're sorry too." And Trump apparently responded
He was
with,
like, no.
"Get your money or get your pocketbook ready," which is something that I can say is Mexico's not necessarily a world power, but look at how the leader is treating like the presumptive nominee of the Republican Party for the election, not president, not the actual nominee.
That's true.
And he's already like, hey.
But
Well, here's the thing.
I think that would happen with anybody, to be honest.
Well, Hillary Clinton this week, apparently cried at some meeting with coal miners because, like,
They
I guess
called her out on
well,
her
yeah, a couple
shit?
months ago, there's a literal soundbite of her giving a speech about how she's going to put a lot of coal companies and coal miners out of business.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a talking point where, like, that there's a pause for applause in that sentence, which she
she's
does.
like green.
And
green
she's
gen.
like, we're going to put them all. She's enthusiastic.
Putting them all out of business, ruin their fucking families.
And then the guy's like, here's a picture of my family. I lost my job. And he's crying. And she can't handle that. Like, some guy. She can't handle that. How the fuck is she going to handle Putin?
How did she react to that?
She cried a little bit and then tried to say that quote was taken out of context and it was a misspeak and that's not what she meant.
I don't think that you can really take
You can't
that
be
out
that
of context.
happy, right? You can't be that happy about it and then be like, yeah, it's out of context.
Well, she's two-faced bitch and I hate her.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like, if you say, like, we're gonna put the coal mines out of business, like, there's no context that's needed for that. Like,
Right.
that's literally what you're saying. Are you saying that you're not gonna take his job?
right. All right.
And well, there was a hacker that got arrested in Romania and extradited to the United States because he
Claims that
apparently
he
says
hacked
that he was
Hillary's
in on her email server.
Oh.
So that shit's all going on still. And they have said so far that she unknowingly possibly created like a security risk for all of that. Look, unknowing or not, you're still guilty of something. You can unknowingly be too drunk to drive, but you're still going to get a DUI.
Right.
You can unknowingly, do a lot of bullshit and still get in trouble for it. Why is she different?
David, pause right here. Cut all what I'm saying out. My dog's being an asshole, and I need to fill his bowl up so he stops fucking hitting it nonstop, and there's just going to be a ding, ding, ding in the whole video.
David, don't cut any of this out.
You better cut it
At
out.
all.
Cut it out.
What if me and Brad say some really entertaining shit right now?
You're not.
Quick,
Leave it.
just start saying ridiculous
I am the Lizard King!
You don't know my
I don't
name.
think this will be the first
I'm the
time
fucking
for anything,
Lizard
guys,
King.
all right?
in my hand.
Now you can continue the video. David.
Don't edit any of it
He's
out.
been continuing the whole time.
Just edit all.
No, there was good stuff.
No one cares about production value or quality.
No, because it's a
How do you know I
podcast. It's
do
not a
this fucking-
blockbuster film.
I don't even watch our shit.
So,
What's the next topic?
52-year-old man leaves his family, says he's a transgender male, or
Okay.
transgender,
Okay.
is now a female 6-year-old girl. He had 7 kids. He tried to kill himself twice before finding a transgender community, which good for him. Be what you want to be, but there's a family now raising and taking care of him with their daughter, and they share a room. And he's just like a 50-something-year-old man who just wears a wig and dresses in girls' clothing and plays with dolls all day.
All right.
And that's how he spends his life.
So here's the problem. I'm all for whatever you want to do, but when you have kids, you can't just up and go on vacation. Or when you have kids, you can't just up and do whatever.
He's old. I think it was 52 when he became out as a transgender. He's actually 60 something now.
Well, what I'm
so
saying
his kids
is-
are probably grown.
I thought you said he was living with his kids.
Well, no, he had 7 kids. It was just another note for the story. Not like he was living with his 7 kids.
Oh, then you said they were taking care of him as a child?
I was living with some other family.
Some other family adopted him as theirs.
Okay. Well, you know what? Honestly, that's better because, if that's what they want to do, then God bless. I mean, that's fine. Just as long as you're taking
Brad looks
care.
like he's about to
No.
rupture into.
No, listen, just hear me out. As long as you're taking care of your kids, okay, and your family, as long as you're providing for them and providing a nurturing environment, which that's arguable if you're dressing up as that in front of your kids. But
Right.
if you compartmentalize that part of your life to not fuck your kids up with
Right.
it.
Well, he divorced his wife because she wasn't accepting of him being transgender. They got divorced.
Well, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Because then it's affecting your kids. Your kids come first.
Not if they're 20.
Well, you don't know what
If
age
they're
they
grown
are.
ass adults, then who cares? They're on their own, right? I mean, no. Brad, you've said nothing.
That's probably for the best.
I know you got a gym in here somewhere. Fire it off. I said gym. I should have said round.
I was gonna say,
Shut up.
firing gyms.
Yeah, it's like the game.
I just...
Get 3 yellows in a row, Brad.
Do you kind of agree with what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, but here's the thing. Why...
What is this for the family that adopted him, the little girl that they already have? This isn't gonna fuck her up a little bit?
Okay, so but it's also really unfair that he divorced his wife because she wasn't accepting because his wife.
She told him to stop being transgender or get out.
Okay, that's.
I know that this isn't
That's
good
in-
because
that's
I just wrote down
intolerant.
key points, not all the details, and
But
I
she
listened
didn't
to the
marry
story,
it.
so I
Well, when
apologize.
she
That's
married
the
that
point I
guy,
was
he
gonna try to
wasn't,
make.
he
Is
watched
that-
whatever.
Right. People
and-
change, and I think divorce is the right call. They need to get divorced.
Well, if she married him and he wasn't and she had an idea of what she wanted, they discussed it before marriage, we're going to have these kids and we're going to get married, do this. And then he changes the plan. She doesn't have to be cool.
He got 80% of the plan done, probably. He was
she doesn't
52 when
she doesn't have to be cool with that if he changes the
No,
plan on her.
I'm not saying that she's an asshole for not wanting to be married to the guy. That's perfectly acceptable.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like he divorced her, and the kids are probably pretty grown. So I don't really know if those are true factors. Now, if he was like 27 and had like a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old,
It's kinda
and
what
he
I
just like
thought
split town.
it was at
No,
first.
he's like 52 years old when he came out as transgender. I think he's like 60 now.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, as long as everybody's okay with it and you're not hurting anyone doing it, then I mean it's okay. But
My biggest concern is the little girl that he now shares a room with.
yes,
Like that's kind of an
huge
odd
concern.
precedent for Brad. Just take it away. Just fire off some verbal diarrhea.
It's
for
not
me.
even that. It's the bigger issue of apparently. Look, I personally don't give a shit whether you like dudes, chicks, couch cushions, fuck
Stuffed
dolls,
animals.
stuffed animals,
Yeah, fuck this couch.
those pillows that have like someone's picture on it. I don't care. Whatever you do, I don't care.
Boyfriend.
I don't care. I don't care. I mean, if gay people want to get married, I didn't care about that. I if you want to be a chick and you're a dude, I don't care. But like, I also don't like this whole we have to.
Accommodate your
Yeah.
We have to bend society to
Yeah, society's
whatever
being bent to a small population, and it's not even just this. Like, I literally heard some article where some chick was putting up like gay or some like LBGT whatever posters up on a college campus, and some chick who worked at the college, who's Christian, and it's a Christian college, said, here in this Bible verse, the fucking, the Godfeller said there's only 2 genders, male and female. And the lady was like, I had no words for this. I felt like it was a hate crime. And so the lady is suspended from work, possibly fired. She's being investigated by the police for a hate crime. Like,
Yeah, that's not
when
right.
the fuck did this shit happen? And like,
Well, here's the thing too: is if
When-
it's a religious college and that goes against their beliefs, then you shouldn't put your shit up in there. Like, likewise, either way.
when did people just become such big, and this goes with everything, big pussies where you couldn't just have somebody tell you, I don't fucking like you, and just, that's fine, I don't like you either. Why did we have to get all litigious over everything and sue happy and have safe speech zones and, like,
No, I agree. It's
fuck. And this even goes against, like, the Republican Party right now is having a meltdown because the people who vote Republican aren't necessarily hardcore religious conservative anymore. And so the conservative base elite that has been running the party is like, we don't want to support Trump because of this and that. And it's like, well, I'm sorry, but like, you have to get with the goddamn times. The country has changed. And like, the thing is, these motherfuckers who don't want to support these things because it's against their religion, even though it's a government thing.
Right.
If, like, let's say it was a Muslim-centric country or Islamic-centric country where that was the main religion, I told you this is going to go down a goddamn rabbit hole, where, like, the religious power that was in charge was predominantly Islamic or some other religion, then these would be the same motherfuckers who would be speaking out like, no, we need this now, and, this is going against our rights, and it's like, why can't we just suck it the fuck up and continue with our day? Why do we have to sue? Because this lady is now being investigated by the police because she said a...
Well, it comes... Thelonious Monk, another YouTuber, pussification of America. It's like one of his key things. Love it. It's dead on.
The man bun. What the fuck is that? Get rid of it.
The millennials... Like, have you heard, listen to a bunch of the stuff about, the working millennials and, the things they want? Like, I know that, this job requires me to be here at 8 a.m., but, it'd be a lot easier for me to be here at 10, and you should accommodate me to that. Like, what?
Right.
What?
That's what happens when everybody gets a goddamn trophy.
I've said this before, and I think I will say it again, is that first of all, let me get out of the way that I'm not wanting, a tragedy or, a war. Okay, let me get that out of the way. I know that's going to sound fucking weird. But, so, previous generations, so someone turns 18 and they go fight Nazis. When they're done, they're going to come back and they're going to be appreciative of what they fought for, what they have, whatever. So, our generation, ours and certainly the younger one, the millennials, haven't
We are
had
millennials.
We are.
Technically.
Well, younger.
30s.
We're the old. We're like the cusp of the
We're
older.
like capping out at millennial, yeah.
But they don't know real suffering, so they have no perspective. So like their suffering is like I have to wake up at 8.
Right. Well,
Here's my counterpoint
Instead
to
of
that,
like,
though,
God damn, I'm glad I'm not in Germany anymore.
We've been fighting like a 2-front fucking war for what, 12 years, more than that. And when I went in, voluntary enlistment rate was like the highest it had like ever been before, ever. Because, 9/11 sparked a whole lot of that shit, people to go volunteer.
Right.
So the thing is like, I mean, yeah, we didn't have like World War, but we still definitely had like a long-lasting major front where a lot of people at least definitely volunteered for it. But the thing is like, then you just have two polar opposites, and it's like, what the fuck is going on?
That's true. We did have war, but I don't think it was, and I wasn't alive in 1940, so I can't really speak from experience,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like there were a lot more casualties. There was a lot more direct impact on your community.
Right.
Well, yeah, there was rationing and all that stuff
Right.
too, like of just not even like food, but like rubber, metal.
Essentially, like if you were to equivalent like world wars, like wars that America's been involved in, to like boxing, Muhammad Ali versus Frazier is like World War II. Muhammad Ali versus like the no-name dudes, it's still a fight and it's still damaging.
There's nothing.
It's the scale is different, and and the war is like a part of it maybe, but.
That was just a small part of example.
No, yeah. I think it's more that we've like thrown away. We give people excuses. We allow excuses too much.
Everyone gets a trophy. Everyone gets a hug.
Well, everyone gets
You're
a
all
trophy.
the
Everyone gets a
winner.
hug, but like, oh well, he's has ADHD and it's not his fault. It's not his fault. No, slap him on the ass. Make him fucking realize it. I'm not saying like these things don't exist. I'm sure they do. But like,
no, they absolutely.
There are like, I don't see how just magically a bunch of shit just happened to us in like a fucking 15 like. ADHD wasn't a thing to up until like when we were kids. It became like a thing all of a sudden.
They absolutely exist. But here's the thing, like this is live on the podcast. I'm gonna give a fuck.
Well, it's not live at all, but
well, it's gonna be on the podcast. But
David, edit everything out. Hi, this is a podcast.
Since I was like probably like a preteen to teen, I've suffered from depression on and off my whole life.
Right, but that's been a thing.
No,
forever.
I know, but I'm saying your life might be really fucking miserable because you're depressed and people might understand it. You might be suffering quietly or whatever, but what you do is you keep pushing and you find a way, like whether it's you gotta go to the doctor and you need to be on medication or do therapy, or for ADHD you have a certain medication, or if you're bipolar or whatever, like you keep fucking going. Just keep showing up.
Right.
Keep fucking putting one foot forward in front of the other. It's gonna be hard. You're gonna have a bad fucking day, but go. But just keep going.
And that's like a very common theme in this like podcast. Like, life's gonna pop you in the mouth, and you keep getting up and moving forward.
Yeah.
You don't go back to your
Life's a
couch
bitch and then you die. Things are gonna suck. People
don't-
aren't gonna like you. It's okay.
You don't get popped in the mouth and go on the couch and eat Doritos and call it quits.
Or you don't
Like,
blame someone else. Like, well, I would have done good in school, but I had to show up at like 8. What the fuck is that?
Right.
Like, okay, well, you made the choice to not succeed.
Right.
That's fine.
Well, and it's
There's
crazy
no
'cause-
personal accountability because you
My-
can literally just quit and then the government will take care of you.
Well, and that's the thing. Like my parents always like, it's like you don't want to get into bad habits. Like not being on time for school is going to affect jobs, all this stuff. And I was just like, bah, as a kid, like, bah, this doesn't mean anything. High school is fucking pointless. Bah. But it truly is like a tone setter.
Yeah.
It's easy to get into bad habits or to let things bring you down and just quit.
Yeah.
That's easy. It's super easy. Life isn't easy.
Well, and then you have people that don't want to quit. They don't want to quit, but they want to continue, but they want everything tailored to them.
Right.
They don't, like you were saying with the like school, like showing up. I want to show up at this time, not this time. I have to do.
Right. Like, yeah. You know what happens when I say some shit like that? I get fired.
Yeah.
Everyone's a snowflake. Everyone should be treated differently. Everyone gets their way. It's sick. And I hate it.
I know
It's just like dead eyes talk. Everyone's a snowflake. Everyone gets
so.
their way.
To lighten things up a little bit, I have a Florida man story.
What's Florida man?
Florida man is amazing.
Florida has the dumbest human beings in this entire country living in it.
Pretty much.
And some of the dude's puppy shot him in the foot. Like shit, like
Burglar breaks in the house, eats a sandwich, falls asleep on couch, gets arrested because the lady woke up.
So,
By the way, when you said Florida man, I just in my brain just like. You remember the South Park episode where they're playing with Alabama man?
yeah.
Alabama man.
So let me
action beer.
let me paint a picture for you.
All right.
This white trash, disgusting human beings. They go out. They get some Chipotle. They eat it up. Nom 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 nom.
Totally wait.
They go back to their house and they go into the basement where their meth lab is.
Cool.
And the dude does a Blue Angel. Where,
What the fuck is a
where you light a fire, like a fart on fire, blows up the meth lab, kills himself, and now his wife is suing Chipotle because she did not realize that Mexican products
That cannot be real.
Mexican
There's no
products increase methane in farts.
There's no way.
I got it from a news site. It's not like I just pulled this shit
What
out of
is-
like nowhere.
Did you Snopes that?
No.
I was gonna say
So
if that is real, I don't know what else.
it's real, but she's not gonna win.
Yeah.
I mean, people do all kinds of stupid shit.
I'm tired of sharing this planet with people.
California rejected John Wayne Day because he's a racist, apparently.
I gotta piss.
Again, I'm tired of sharing this planet with people.
California raised the tobacco age to 21,
Yeah, I saw that. That's fucking hilarious.
but not for military. It does not apply to military.
At least they did that.
I was like, this is bullshit. The dude can be 18 and go get shot at, but he can't have a cigarette or a beer. But then it's like, doesn't apply to military. It's like, well, I don't really care anymore.
Yeah.
I don't really fucking care. Whatever.
Yeah, I'm
Whatever.
over 18, so I don't care, but, like, still.
Dude, we smoked cigarettes well before 18. It's not that fucking hard to accomplish anything you want, even if it's bad things.
Bought beer before 21
Right.
because I had a beard. Did you see that vapors, cigars, and pipe tobaccos are now all going to be regulated by the FDA?
Yeah, it's going to skyrocket the price and fucking cripple that shit.
Oh, yeah. So many people are going to go out of business, too.
Absolutely. They've been running fucking unregulated from the... I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, really.
I'm just tired of the government always trying to get their fucking money or their money grubbing dick beaters and
government, legalize weed, make billions, fucking get off our asses and let us have more of our money.
I'm going to take a pee, too.
God, you guys are the worst.
Fuck you!
The worst podcast ever in history.
Dylan.
It's the first one we film and everyone just gets up, walks away.
Dude,
I know.
who cares?
I hate all of
It's
you.
not a blockbuster movie.
I hate all of you.
What else you got?
Nothing. I'd say.
California.
We already talked about those. We talked about the California ones while you were gone.
Raise tobacco age to 21 does not apply to military.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
Did they do it or are they talking
No,
about
it passed.
Oh. Why doesn't it apply to military?
Because it's smart. Like, if you can get shot at, you can have a cigarette.
I can get shot at here.
Yeah, but not if you stay away from St. Louis.
If you stay away from St. Louis, you'll be fine.
The California rejected John Wayne Day because
What's
apparently
John
he's a
Wayne Day?
racist. They were going to have like a special day. You know, like Martin Luther King Day, but for the fucking Duke. And they're like, fuck
That's
you,
like
he's
not-
racist.
John Wayne doesn't deserve a day. Like he's
Get
a-
out. John Wayne is an American hero.
John Wayne's
Clint
pretty cool.
Dude, Clint Eastwood's way better than John Wayne.
No, he's
I
not.
don't know.
That dude's crazy as shit.
Dude, his
And
movies,
that dude is super racist.
Clint Eastwood's movies.
I'm sure John Wayne was racist, but like, here's the thing.
Here's the thing, when you're alive in the 40s, yes, you're racist by today's standards. Everyone is.
Well, that's the thing. Like, they're like, oh, we're taking Jackson off the 20 because he's a racist fuck, and we're gonna put Harry Trubman on it.
Harry
Harry Trubman.
Listen, I've been drinking.
Harry Trubman.
Harriet.
Well, slow your roll there. You've had a beer there, you
They
goddamn
didn't even know
alcoholic.
that.
Harry Trubman.
Harry
but it was-
Trubman.
Can we like please Photoshop a picture of a guy like Harry Tubman and Truman together and just Literally
Harry
as the thumbnail of the thing. Harry Trubman.
What I was saying, sorry, but because like, he was racist. Well, no shit.
Yeah.
Everyone was then.
So I mean,
Fuck George Washington, that piece of shit racist.
all the presidents were
Right. Like, fucking, what are you talking about?
Yeah, like this country was definitely not founded on like every man created equal. That's for damn certain.
This country has gotten retarded, and I'm sad.
It was pretty
So-
bad when it started too. To be
So,
honest.
what do you guys
Like-
think? Okay, so I don't know if this isn't a Florida story. I think it was South Carolina. New neighbor moves in, and the previous neighbors that lived next to him, the guy comes over and complains about their dogs barking before 9 a.m. or whatever. So they install a doggy door, and they have the dogs in before a certain hour, and they don't let them out before a certain hour. They
Sure.
accommodate that, being good neighbors.
Sure.
And then the guy sets up cameras that are all facing his neighbor's backyard.
Okay.
Like there's one in the window of the dude's house, just facing the backyard. And they put up this big wooden thing, and they end up receiving a bill in the mail for barking dogs months after that whole thing had been settled. So the neighbors just put a sign in their yard that says "House for sale" because neighbor's a douchebag.
I don't think you're gonna sell your house that way.
Yeah.
one
No,
wants to
I
live
don't think
next
they're
to
even
the
actually really
douchebag.
trying to sell their house. I think they're just trying to get that dude to not be a douchebag. But people are upset about the sign being there. It's not even that bad of a word, really, right?
It's a hygiene product.
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
I have
It's
no.
literally, you can go buy that at Walgreens.
So none of us have
You
an
could
issue.
walk in and be like, "Where are your douchebags?"
I need a douchebag.
Right.
I need a douche.
It's like they
It's
put a
water
giant
filled
sign that
with
just
saline
says "fuck
solution
you" in their yard or
and
something.
clean out a crevice for hygiene.
Which even if they did, I don't think I'd care. Your property, you want to put a sign up that says "fuck me in the ass"? Put a sign up that says "fuck me in the ass." I don't give a
Neighbor is
shit.
a motherfucking.
Now, I don't have
sucker asshole.
Now maybe if if I had kids and they were running around, I probably would be upset about you having a "fuck me in the
Yeah.
ass" sign in your yard.
Yeah.
But at the same time, America, it's free. Fuck you. So no one even has an issue with that. Okay. So found out this is a true to me story.
Okay.
My doctor.
Depressing as shit.
No. This is a good. Recently had a physical from my doctor. Touch up all my body, make sure all the
Get a
shit's
finger in your ass.
pushing all stuff. No, thank God, because
Yeah, 40.
turns out he's on the sex offenders list for selling kitty porn, distributing kitty porn in the 90s. And they took away his license. He went to jail, and he came back, and he got a temp license. And it turns out that in Missouri there are hundreds of doctors, not on kitty porn list, but who are working on these temp licenses for they were drinking and fucking checking out patients. They were doing this this. There's one where it's a psychiatrist touched a dude and was like, "Are you getting an erection?" to determine his sexual orientation. All these things. Do you think this is something that should be public record? Your doctor's on a temp license. Oh, you're gonna have this. You're gonna have Dr. Headley, because I'm just making up names because I'm not gonna say this guy's name, because the way the guy explains it, it was the early '90s when early email, and he got essentially hacked along the lines, but they dropped a hammer on him because he was a doctor.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm still going to him. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm still kind of sorting out my emotions on that.
Here's how you
But-
feel about it.
But
Nope.
nope. But I feel that's something that should be readily available when you go to someone who's gonna handle your fucking health.
You probably can.
Google their name.
You probably can ask them.
Yeah, but how you go to a new doctor, you just show up, you don't even know who you're getting half the time.
Yeah, it's true. But
And
they're
I'm
not
like-
gonna they're not gonna fucking volunteer that.
They should. They should be forced to. If cigarettes have to say they're bad, doctors should have to say they touch kids. That's all I'm saying. No?
No, I agree. Just your phrasing.
Your phrasing is.
I'm just saying the guy's working on kids now, and he was on a fucking kitty porn
Was he?
list.
What is he? A pediatrician? He
Yes.
should not be allowed to be a pediatrician. That's for fucking
He
sure.
works at an adult pediatrics, but people took their kids to him. Dude, what are you doing? You trying not to see me?
Don't give this fuck any more money.
Who?
Yeah.
That my doctor?
Yeah.
What if he is legitimately telling the truth and he
Yeah,
actually was not
he-
actually part of that?
He could have been.
He should be destroyed for the rest of his life for it?
Yeah.
Without really knowing
Well,
the facts.
conduct your own trial, Dylan.
That's true.
Find out.
I'm not allowed to do that. That's called vigilantism.
Well, I didn't say kill him in the streets while
That's-
you wear a mask.
Do it.
I said, hey, did you bad touch them kids? Did you watch it? Did you watch that video of that kid getting bad touched? You didn't? Reassure me. You've got 5 minutes, go, and then you'd be like, sorry, champ, going somewhere else.
Sorry, champ. So there's a Broadway play, Hamilton.
Yeah.
You know about it?
Yeah.
Is it Alexander Hamilton?
What about it?
It's Alexander Hamilton.
It's all like black people and Latinos. And I said black people like really awkward, and I didn't mean to.
It's all black people.
It's all fucking black people. No. So it's all African American and Latino, and there's a couple white guys. But they're like being put under scrutiny because like it's all the founding fathers, but you know, they use different races. They spice it up. They do like a little spin on it. Whatever. I don't fucking care. But they sent out
Washington's an Eskimo.
They sent out a like the advertisement they put up.
Inuit, Brad. Fucking racist.
They put up the flyer for like when they were seeking like people to come audition.
Amber Klemp talked about how she used to get hit on by black guys all the time, and I told her you just gotta say that you only date a weird specific race so people just leave you alone. And I said, hey, just tell them that you only date Eskimos and be like, if you're not into it, I'm not into it. It's one of my finest moments.
Oh,
Continue, Dylan.
No,
Sorry.
okay. So the flyer that they posted up when they were like wanting people to come audition, it literally says on it, seeking singers who can rap. We're looking for non-white men and women.
Isn't that racist?
And that's like that's what I'm saying. Like there's a black lawyer who was like, this is super like if it said like whites only, people would be pissed. And I don't care about that whole story, whatever. I know what they were looking for. And I sit a certain way with this. Like when it comes to like film or Broadway or storytelling, if I write certain characters and like this is a white character that I wrote, we're gonna make them black so it's fair to every race. Like no, that's not the story that I created.
Yeah.
Like
likewise.
do all actors have to be given a chance for a certain role?
Like we're doing a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air remake, but we're gonna cast them all
Steve
white.
Buscemi.
Yeah, like that's
his Uncle Phil.
Fucking sense. Steve Buscemi's Uncle Phil.
Yep. I would watch the shit out of that. I don't even care who else you cast.
Michael Fassbender. Carlton.
As Carlton. Gary Oldman as the butler, whatever his name was. The wife, aunt, whatever.
Channing Tatum as Will Smith.
As Will
I don't
Smith.
know what his actual character
Emma Watson is like
Emma Watson is one of the sisters.
the sister.
And then we'll go with Rebel Wilson as one of the other sisters, just because fucking.
I thought there was
being a
only one
fat girl.
sister.
I thought there were two.
No, there is. There's the younger one.
And then
right. The mom.
who's gonna play DJ Jazzy J?
DJ Jazzy J should be.
Larry David.
He's so old.
Yeah. Larry David.
Larry David.
Yep.
So, who's playing Will Smith?
Apparently Channing Tatum is what he
Channing
said.
Tatum. Channing Tatum goes out and
I love
parties
him. All right, I'm sorry.
It's funny.
Larry
Dude,
David.
he was great. He was like him and Tim Roth were the only two cool things about The Hateful Eight. That movie was fucking horrible.
Tim
I
Roth
watched
is
it.
in Tim Roth is in Hardcore Henry too.
Yeah, he's the dad.
It's really good. Have you seen it now?
No, I just know he's in it for like
It's
5
awesome.
minutes.
Great.
But dude, he's so
Okay.
good in that movie.
We're talking about fictionalized movie.
Are you out of
casts.
frame right now?
I don't care.
Possibly.
Captain Planet movie.
Captain. Is it Don
Who's your
Cheadle?
dream cast?
Tree.
I always said Kurt Russell because Kurt Russell had
Yes.
a mullet.
He
Kurt
looks-
Russell
yeah.
would be perfect.
Absolutely.
See, I came up with my dream cast in the early 2000s.
Troy. I mean Abed. Whoever plays
You
Abed.
could say Troy and Abed because
Yes.
there's a black guy, an Indian guy,
Troy
a
and
white
Abed from
Russian,
Community.
a
Perfect.
ginger guy, and then the Asian chick.
Ginger dude should be the guy from Game of Thrones that just showed up last episode that threw the Ironborn dude off the bridge because it'd just be like get everyone else looking goofy and weird and just let the ginger dude be a giant, like horrifying looking human being.
If it was made in the 80s, I would say Dolph Lundgren.
That would be good.
Or also Channing Tatum, dude. His swole fucking put a mullet on him.
My
That'd
dream
be
cast,
hilarious.
I came up with it in like 2000 and 1999. So it was Seth Green for the ginger guy,
Okay.
Tara Reid for the blonde chick,
Sure.
Okay.
Lucy Liu is the Asian chick.
Yeah.
I think it was Will Smith was the black guy, and then the Indian guy was Kumar.
Kumar. Yeah,
Kumar?
I think we said
Cal
yeah.
Penn?
Yeah.
And then who's Captain Planet?
Kurt
Do
Russell.
you think we can make like a spin-off shitty one where like Sean Penn is Captain Planet?
Where he's just drunk and beating the shit out of people and talking about how Iraq
Who were
was-
Captain Planet's villains other than like?
Well, there was the
garbage?
evil Captain
Yeah,
Planet.
it was like gross.
There was
monsters.
it was always like pollution people.
Yeah.
There was like a guy who was made out
Dude,
of like
that Indian
uranium,
kid got so
but who
screwed
had,
in the
like-
power department.
like Hawaiian shirt and shorts and sandals on, and then there was a rat monster,
It was probably like a sludge.
and then there was a pig guy.
Captain Planet, he's a hero. Gonna take pollution down to 0.
Keep going.
Nope.
Heart.
That's the Indian dude got screwed in the powers department.
Nope. He just didn't use it right. Should have just broken everybody's heart or had their heart go into cardiac
What
arrest.
was
I don't
his?
think it
What
works
was
that
his
way.
Or
power?
go into cardiac arrest. Heart?
Yeah, I mean, like, is it just like he had determination to
I don't
do
know.
stuff? Like,
I don't know. But he should have literally had people just like your heart's broken, and then just like or cardiac arrest.
Yeah, I think that's how you get off of the team. I think they murder you and just dig a grave out back and
just
replace
somebody
you.
like there's just cut
Or
to-
you
here's
just-
the first scene: just teenagers walking down the street in New York City. One guy's eating a Snickers. He's like,
Throws-
"This candy bar is great." Throws it. It just comes off his fingers, and then Queen starts playing as it drops to the ground, and then
What
the
Queen?
heart. Oh, don't stop me now. I guess.
You gotta sing it. Go.
No.
No, you're pitching it.
It
Let's
goes.
see.
Tonight I'm gonna have a real good time. Whatever. I stole it from Hardcore Henry. But and then the heart guy goes, "You fucking litterer," and just cardiac arrest the guy.
Or he could make everyone fall in love with him, and
Yeah.
then to appease them, they wouldn't litter.
What if
or
he
pollute.
couldn't do that? So then he just becomes like.
So
this,
his power is literally fuck useless.
No, I'm saying like.
I'm just saying he used it
Like,
wrong.
He could kill the guy with the Snickers and then steal his girlfriend. Like, yeah. You like me?
Or like, hey babe, suck my dick. No, broken heart. Fuck you, and just walk away. I'm just saying,
Jeremy.
powers go to people's heads. There's no way that any one of us in this room will claim to be a superhero if we had some sort of power. We'd all be fucking villains. Period.
We'd all be probably anti-heroes. Because we would like do some questionable shit, but
Yes,
like,
and to the rest of the world, that's called a villain.
not to me.
You're just
Exactly.
proving my point.
Exactly.
So they put out this Gap Kids ad. They had like these 4 like gymnast girls or some shit. I didn't really understand what was going on with
This
it.
is like
You watch the ad?
This is like a legit news show right now.
Well, I just looked up some
Well-
stories so we wouldn't run into the problems last time.
Legit.
We just spinned off about the
I
guy
don't
from
think
Captain
we
Planet
had-
with heart killing people.
I
any
have been
problems.
I have been trained in broadcasting. Do you want me to read this?
No,
This just in, breaking report.
this is like the last one.
Breaking report. I'm not. Yes, Tom. You're on the scene.
Your name's Tom. You said your own self.
We're both named Tom.
That's stupid.
Tom's on the scene. I'm here. Wow, folks. Really, really interesting stuff. Apparently, there's a new Gap commercial with
There's children
in it. How's that working out for him, Tom? Yeah, thanks, Tom. I'm here. Go ahead.
No, finish the story.
I'm waiting
No,
for you to
clearly
finish
you
it.
know it. So
We're going to our reporter in the field, Dylan, right now. Correspondent. Yes, Dylan.
Got this?
Go.
All right, so
I threw it. You can't even. You could never be a TV presenter.
Yeah,
'cause
yes,
you
I
just
could.
fucked up.
No.
I threw it to you, and you're like,
why would you throw something to me? We're 2 feet away. Like you could just
Because-
hand it to me.
because you're.
Why would you throw it?
You have the
Didn't
story.
literally throw it.
You're the reporter. You have the story.
Why would you say that stupid word to use?
I'm the anchor.
It's a phrase.
You're
It's
the
an
anchor?
expression of speech.
Why am
just-
I in the field? I'm lazy. I'm not going.
You
to
have the
field.
notebook. You wrote the stories.
Anyway, so the Gap ad, the still that they used, a white girl has, like a tall white girl, has her elbow on the head of a black chick.
Here we go.
Yep.
Racism!
Yep.
They're sisters. The white girl and the black girl are actually sisters. And like, how is that fucking like? Yeah, girls could do anything they want, and then someone's like, unless you're black, then all you can be is a fucking stool for a fucking elbow. Like, what the fuck? Why is this a thing? Brad, just fuck. Dude, how much more do I need to fuel before you rant again for me?
Everything's pretty bad, and I don't like it.
But here's the thing. Those are minority though. Those are people are minority.
Yeah, you're changing the ad, so there's enough people to make them fucking do something about it.
Fuck. That's ridiculous. There was an ad that people were saying was racist too. It was the girl from 30 Rock, the blonde.
Yeah.
Jennifer
And
Krakowski
it was a Tropicana commercial. You guys see this? It was like for Trop 50, like their lower calorie. It's basically orange juice and water. That's basically how I think. But so she's like, she opens her fridge and gets out and like takes a drink and she's like, oh, time to work out or whatever. And it's just like, I think it was the dude maybe from Old Spice. Like, I don't know. It was like, just like a trainer who was black or whatever. So she was like drinking this drink, like illustrating that she's being healthier just by drinking the drink. And she was like sitting on top of him while he was doing push-ups.
Oh, I remember that, yeah.
And he was like, can I stop now? And she's like, no. Like,
Racism!
Super racist.
You hear about the 3 girls who said that there was a hate crime committed against them?
No.
That they were attacked by a bunch of white guys on a bus, and that there was a hate crime committed against them. They filled out police reports and all this.
No.
Well, because of the digital age that we lived in, and everybody had cell phones, they literally instigated this fight and attacked a white girl, and all of these white male attackers were trying to break the fight up, and so they were getting charged with falsifying police reports and falsifying a hate crime. Here's the thing, though. It's all misdemeanors. Even though a hate crime is a felony, they're not being charged with falsifying. If you like report a felony and you're lying about that, you should be charged with a felony.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely,
I agree with that.
Because they're all going to cut deals. They're maybe going to get a year or probation. They're not going to go inside at all, probably. But it's like, it's disgusting to lie about some sort of attack happening against you in general.
Well, because you can be like, well, maybe they should just get misdemeanors or whatever. But look at on the opposite side. Like, if there hadn't been anybody with a camera, and those people would have been prosecuted and put in fucking jail for a hate crime for trying to break a fight up.
Right.
Like, that's serious, man. That's like,
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's a really despicable thing to do. For what reason? Like, just ruin someone's life just for kicks.
They're entitled.
That's cool.
You are entitled to shit.
So,
when do people become entitled to things?
I don't understand it either, man. I work for everything I have.
The majority of people aren't, though. I mean, I don't think there's.
I think I think you're right. Like, if this is the full pool, like, this is the entitled people. Like, if it's full pool, entitled people. But it's kind of going like this.
Or we just
bitch louder.
Steadily.
We might just be hearing more about it. Because people that aren't entitled don't have time to bitch because they're working.
That's right. It's just like they said, like, when that Bernie Sanders dude attacked Trump. And they're like, Trump supporters would do the same to Bernie, but they have to work, so they can't be there.
Dude, I don't know. Am I going to like...
Is it fucked up that Trump, there's no one else running, but he's still not the official nominee yet? They're still just like, yeah, there's no one else running, but like, fuck you.
Well, here's the fucked up thing. They made all of the presidential nominees sign a goddamn document pledging to support whoever won.
Because they thought there was no
They
fucking
didn't think
way
Trump would win, and now all of the party is, like, half of the party is refusing to back Trump. It's like, you fucking hypocrites. You made all of these people sign something, and you're not going to do it.
I picked a really horrible time to join the Republican Party, like that side of the Balkan.
No, here's the thing, because you know what? This political season has been the best Game of Episodes season so far. Game of Thrones. Like, can you imagine this shit? Where I think the Democrats started with 3 and the Republicans had 17, and somehow the Republicans are done before the Democrats?
But they're not done, because they won't fucking give up.
Well, they're closer to being done.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, dude. Either way, man. Like, people say this literally every election. Like, they're both fucking ridiculous. I hate both of them. But this time it's serious. It's for real. Like Trump.
People hate Trump and people hate Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, both of them are fucking god awful.
I have talked to a couple Sanders supporters that I know, and like, so what happens if he doesn't?
They're
get the
batshit crazy
nomination?
too, dude.
Well, here's the thing. One of them, who was our age, said, "I won't vote," and the other one, who's an older gentleman, said, "I'll vote for Trump." Like, you're voting for Trump because Sanders doesn't get it, which is hilarious because there's lots of people who are just like, no, fuck that guy, I'll vote the other party on both sides.
Yeah, because there's a bunch of people who are like, I ain't voting Trump. I guess I'm voting Hillary. Like, what do you do?
Or going Libertarian Party.
Well, the people that are going to vote Hillary instead of Trump, even though they're Republicans, I think are just voting based on, like, they feel like Trump will be incompetent. I don't think they'll...
I'm voting for D's nuts.
D's nuts.
9% in New York. Get him, D's nuts.
So fucking ridiculous, man.
Like, why would you even put that on the news broadcast?
What happened to our country?
Somewhere along the line, we lost everything.
Yeah.
We, like, legitimately apologize constantly. We give everyone excuses and passes. And you have to tiptoe around every fucking topic or you lose your fucking job.
My HR lady came up to me the other day and she was talking about hiring one of my friends or something to apply. She's like, well, we hired, Brian and back, the colored fella. Like,
That's the HR lady?
yeah, that's our HR
How old
lady.
is she?
She's old.
What the
One of our coworkers called her Grandma Sexy, so she's old.
Grandma sexy.
Well, she's grandma aged and she wears skank clothes, kind of.
Does she talk? Have you seen The Wonderful Whites of West Virginia?
Yeah.
Wonderful Whites?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
hilarious.
I haven't seen all of it, but I've seen it's just about a family that is just like...
They're called the White. Their last
Like
name is
Whites.
White. Yeah.
Total white trash, dude. Just like white trash hillbilly.
My mom's family
Yeah.
is named White.
Yeah,
And they're
I
from
know.
Charleston, Missouri, which is white trash as shit. So I look at this and
But
I'm like,
there's one lady that's like, it's like, I've always been the sexiest one in my family. I always bring home all the money because I work at this strip club and I make all kind of money because I'm the sexy one. of the
yeah,
family."
like, isn't one of them like legitimately a prostitute?
Yes, that's
like
her.
there's one guy who literally is like, you want to hear the whatever county mating call?
Mating call. It's a
Pulls
bot-
up a bottle of Viking and just goes,
Yeah. This is the whatever county mating
brings
call.
all the bitches running. It's like, you.
Like, see, that's the thing. Like, there are people like that.
Here's the
Like,
thing,
they
though.
exist.
You couldn't
They're out
make,
there.
You couldn't make the black equivalent to that.
No, you couldn't be like the bold blacks of
Boston.
Boston.
I don't know, it was the first B city that came to mind.
I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? Like if you took the worst of the black community and just put that in spotlight in a show, you would be fucking crucified in a day and a half.
I don't know. Maybe you could.
Yeah, Black Lives Matter is done. They quit. They went home. Those dudes would be in my front yard. If we shot an episode ourselves, they'd be here tomorrow. Like, it would go on YouTube tonight, and they would be here tomorrow.
Those guys are nuts too.
How about the magnificent Mexican men of Montana?
They're so far north.
Why are they in Montana?
They're trying to get to Canada.
Yeah, that's how the show starts. They wake up on the border, but it's the border to Canada.
Trump gets selected and they're fucking fleeing. Oh, keep going. Keep going.
Did you ever watch Frisky Dingo?
No.
No.
Main character's talking about. It's done by the guys who did Archer, and the guy who voices Gillette on Archer. He's the main character on it. He's running for president, and he talks about his immigration policies. He's going to build a walking footbridge that goes from Mexico to Canada and call it the Spickspan.
Jesus.
So if you like Archer, they did that joke, not me. Just thought it was relevant to what we were talking about.
Danger zone.
Danger zone.
Archer's great, but
Do you want ants? That's how you get ants.
the thing about Archer is John Benjamin's voice is so distinct that when I watch Archer and then I watch Bob's Burgers, I'm like, wait, what the fuck is that? And then there was one episode of Bob's Burgers where Archer like comes in, and, like like he's Archer and Lana is like the wife or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like they're like, wait, how did I get here? He's like amnesia.
That's on
Archer.
on Archer.
Yeah,
Oh, it was on Archer.
Yeah.
He's like working there, and the mom and
yeah.
everyone is there, and then like Russians come
Kills
in
all
and
the
try to kill him.
Russians.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know what's going on, but I have to leave. Oh man.
Like
So-
I don't he can't. I don't know if he can like play different characters. He's always this. He sounds the same.
he's in Red Hot American Summer, the TV show.
He always sounds the same.
But it's like his physical person. He's
Yeah,
an
his
old,
physical
old
person is
bearded
kinda
white guy.
schlubby.
Yeah, he's like
I've seen him.
They wanted
and then
him
he
to
becomes
do-
a,
he had his
then
own
he becomes
TV
a
show.
soup can.
Oh yeah.
He had his own TV show on Comedy Central called John Benjamin Has Van.
Has Van. Okay,
It was not bad.
I can't watch it.
It was just fake news stories where he was a reporter doing fake news stories.
nice.
He has a fucking fantastic voice.
He does.
He auditioned to do Rocket Raccoon, and I kind of wish he would have won as opposed to Bradley Cooper.
Yeah, that would have been awesome. Then maybe I would have seen that god fucking ridiculous movie.
See, that's the one that you need to watch.
Yeah, because you just need to know that it's supposed to be that way, and just let it go and watch it, and it's fantastic.
Well, also, you go, there's no actual real superheroes. It's just aliens. It's just Star Wars, but the Hulk could show up if he wanted.
Yeah, maybe I should watch it and just keep that in mind.
Just remember this: Chris Pratt is fantastic.
Dude, everybody loves you. Just suck Chris Pratt's dick, man.
Not nearly as much as other people, but
Well, no, you're definitely all about Stephen Amell or whatever the fuck his name is.
Steve Amell.
Steve Amell.
Whatever.
Fuck you! Don't even. His name should not come from your.
So goddamn angry that I mispronounced his boyfriend's
He's like,
name.
what the fuck did you say? Steve?
I like him as
What did
Arrow.
you say?
I like him as an actor.
Why you gotta talk about Naboo that way?
If he wanted, I'd leave my wife for him. The money, man.
Yeah, but that's not saying much.
What if he was whoa! Hold on. Rewind.
Well. Looks like Tracy's gonna see the first ever episode of our
just
show.
kidding.
Ah.
I like you a lot. I like you, Tracy. I just had to liven this podcast up.
You're
It's getting
probably
fucking boring.
lucky. The camera's probably died, so this whole is probably not on camera.
Man,
Podcast was getting boring as shit, dude. I had to lighten it up.
she thought I was fucking mean as shit.
That's how I do. I keep my mean shit, and it's like a rubber band ball. Every comment I just take and I just put it on, and then it just gets bigger, and then I just release it years down the line. Just builds up. I was literally just saying that just for effect.
That's all my quick news stories. Does anyone else have anything that we should talk about?
Dude, you guys, alright, so you guys should see Hardcore Henry for sure.
I have no
will.
desire.
I'll see it when
Why?
it comes
In
out.
theater.
like, on video,
I'll wait
yeah.
till it's like,
It's good, man.
I'll watch a bootleg of it.
It's not like deep or anything.
No.
It's literally a guy like
I will say this,
kicking the shit out of you.
Don't bother watching The Hateful Eight. It was garbage.
Really?
It's not that great.
I legit.
I
I
believe
finally.
you.
I fell asleep watching it, and I finished it the next day. And everything is just so outlandish in that movie. Like Samuel Jackson. It takes place after the Civil War, but Samuel Jackson's like, "Where's Maggie? She up on the north side?" Like, why the fuck are you talking like that? Like you like you. What are you doing? I made that white
Tarantino,
boy
man.
suck my dick. Like this is so outlandishly crazy. Like no one. Kurt Russell and Tim Roth were fantastic. And Kurt Russell was only... I'm not talking about him punching that woman in the face every 12 seconds, which got old really quickly because he just punches her in the mouth. Like every 5 minutes of the movie, he's like, "Shut up, bitch," and he just punches her in the mouth. She's like a fugitive
prisoner.
that he has cuffed to her wrist, and he just
Okay.
punches her in the mouth every time she gets lippy. But like...
The stew scene was hilarious where she's like, they're both eating like stew.
But
She,
they're,
like,
they're both
laughs.
using the arms that are chained.
So
Like neither one of them is smart enough to use their other fucking hand.
She like laughs at him about something, and he just kind of looks at her and then takes her bowl of stew and just throws it in her face.
It's just so outlandishly ridiculous. I mean, people are good in it.
Quentin
It's just-
Tarantino is fucking insane, dude. As time goes on, his movies get weirder and weirder.
Fuck that cop hating piece of shit.
I liked Django and I liked Bastards.
Django was good, but it was... I mean, it was... It was outlandish as fuck, too.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but at least the characters fit their time
Yeah, that's
period.
true.
Like none of these characters like fit the time period.
Django, the best part of that movie is the first like 30 minutes of it, where the dentist comes and like kills the guys, takes him. They go to the bar, like get the sheriff, now get the marshal.
Yeah.
Tim Roth was good in Hateful Eight, but that was clearly a Christopher Waltz written piece.
Yeah.
Like they even make him look like Christopher Waltz as much as they can, but it's like, oh shit, that's like when I first saw him and before he talked. I thought it was Christopher Waltz.
That was originally written as a sequel to Django.
I love that dude, man. That guy's great.
But they didn't want to turn Django into a monster because Sam Jackson's character is kind of a douchebag.
Yeah. Where we at, guys?
He was
That time.
There's 57 minutes.
What do you mean? You know, Sam Jackson's character was a douchebag.
He's like the hero, though, right?
There's
I don't
no
know,
hero
never
in that
I've never
movie.
seen
Yeah,
it.
him and the racist white dude become like BFFs, and they just die together next to each other. Like, hey, life's pretty, like, fuck it, whatever, and they just pass out and die after they hang the crazy bitch.
There's no hero.
That was like one of my favorite scenes, though. If I had to,
Tommy's faces.
They're both shot, fucking bleeding out, dying, and they're just holding that rope to hang this bitch, and they're just laughing hysterically while doing it.
Never seen the movie.
I know.
I'm
That's
just gonna
why
kill this 3 minutes.
That's why I was talking, like writing it out for you. They're like holding it
Keep
on
doing
top of each
both
other.
of you.
like holding
Now
what?
can you do that in front of him and
He's
you
like
do that
holding
in
the
front
rope.
of
Is
him?
the rope over here?
It's over here, right? Is this where the
That's where the rope is. It feels good.
I did giggle at that point though, because they're just like she's just like squirming like, and they're just giggling like madmen. It was like fucking Paul Giovanni in Shoot 'Em Up
Yeah.
when he's just like hanging out the window, giggling when he's about to run over a baby.
Shoot 'em up was terrible.
I saw you when you first picked it up.
I
There's
was
nothing to hide.
stretching.
The's nothing to
I was
hide.
stretching my arm.
This is done. This is episode 7 or 8 or wherever the fuck we are. David, do some magic. Just cut these two guys out.
So make it shitty?
It's right here. So this is episode 7. I'm Dylan.
Tommy.
That's all the people who matter. So hit subscribe. This shit has gotten off the rails. Good night.
I'm Brad.
Have great love, great laughs, and get hammered a lot.
Not with an
At the
actual
same
hammer.
time,
No, go ahead.
you can pee in this toilet and I'll pee in the sink.
Still on?